when learning about composition, the rule of thirds is generally the first thing that comes up, and it's quite easy to understand. Framing is another aspect that comes up pretty often, and again, it seems kind of clear. Leading lines, however, can be a little bit tricky. Here's an example that shows my interest in it and how it relates to my painting. If you look at this photograph, there's actually two sets of leading lines in it, where you have the power lines in the background that kind of are pulling your eyes from the top down towards the distant power line holder thing, but you also have the power line holder thing that is up in the foreground, and its leading lines are actually starting you at the bottom and leading your eyes up towards the top. So you have a competition between the two different sets of leading lines, taking you to two different focal points. And this is something I work with in my painting very much. That sort of fight between multiple perspectives, multiple vanishing points, your eye getting pulled around in different directions. Generally, art schools teach you to avoid this kind of thing because it creates chaos and confusion. But since those are the themes that my work is about, even though that's technically wrong by some accounts, it's exactly the point, so it's what I strive for. So if you look at this image, it's also got a really great color harmony where that sort of pinky orange at the top against the blue sky, you have a very strong color contrast. We have complementary colors forcing things to pop, whereas along the sides you have the greens and the blues. That's much more of an analogous color harmony, so that doesn't pop forward nearly as much. However, as you get down, following that tree line down towards the vanishing point, because the sky fades from blue to yellow to pink, the slow transition or slow fade from analogous to complementary color harmony, so it creates a point of interest that sort of draws your eye in gradually, while the one at the top, it's a very stark, mechanical, lots of edges, lots of color. I find your eyes don't fade into it quite so easily. So that tension between different vanishing points is something that I've always found quite interesting, and that's one of the elements I've always liked to work with in my painting.